Good morning. Barry Bryson here. Thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes with the Word. We're continuing our study of the Psalms by others. We only have a few left, really. I think three more today and two more, and then we'll have a conclusion lesson before we move on to our next study. But these are the Psalms by people who are named, but who are not Asaph or David or anonymous. Um, and um, and we've been looking at the songs of the sons of Korah, who wrote all but three of or four of these songs that we're looking at, and we've seen what a great variety they've had, and we have one that's completely different today, and then one tomorrow, next time that is completely different again. We're in Psalm 87. And Psalm 87 is only 7 verses long. It could be a national anthem, really. It is a song about Zion, and there's a great deal. If you didn't associate Zion with God, there's a great deal of civic pride one would hear in this song. But we know that this is really theological. This is about salvation and about a special covenant with God in heaven, not just touting one's hometown. Zion. What is Zion? Well, technically, geographically, Zion is the hill in Jerusalem where the temple, the tabernacle, then the temple sat. It is the Temple Mount, or it's where the Dome of the Rock is today in Jerusalem. If you went to Jerusalem today and you were in the old town, the thing you would not be able to miss would be the Dome of the Rock, and which is a mosque, the third most holy mosque in all of Islam. And it sits on top of the Temple Mount. I mean, the temple, the remains of the actual temple will be buried underneath that. So it's that piece of ground. And there's so much history attached to that piece of ground, and connection with God in heaven, whether we mean the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or the Allah of the Quran. Um, anyway, that's what we're talking about. But we know that that means more. And in the Bible, Zion is associated with the reign of the Messiah. Zion is sometimes a symbol of our eternal home in heaven. And in our own hymn book, the word Zion can mean all of those things. Um, we sing the song, "There is a habitation, O Zion, Zion, I long thy gates to see." O lovely Zion. And we're talking about heaven. He's talking about Jerusalem, and more specifically, the temple courts in Jerusalem. And I think this is a pre-exilic song. And But one a psalm that was written at a time in which Babylon is a major player, because Babylon is mentioned. Or maybe it's a song that was written in the joy of the rebuilding of the temple in the book of Ezra. Maybe it's a song written for that. I don't know, but it is a song about Zion, and it's a song of praise for Zion as a location. So Psalm 87. His foundation is in the holy mountains. The Lord loves the gates of Zion more than all the dwelling places of Jacob. Glorious things of you are spoken, O city of God. I shall mention Rahab, which means Egypt, by the way, not Rahab the harlot, the character, the person. It's another name for Egypt. I will mention Egypt and Babylon among those who know me, Philistia and Tyre, Ethiopia. This one was born there. But out of Zion shall be said, this one and that one were born in her, and the Most High himself will establish her. Yahweh shall count when he registers the peoples. This one was born there. Then those who sing, as well as those who play flute, shall say, all my springs of joy are in you. It's an unusual beginning. It's almost like the second part of a couplet. It's like we're entering the song, in the middle. Like maybe it was in the recording studio. People started singing before they started recording. His foundation is in the holy mountains, or maybe that serves like a title. But then we have Yahweh. Yahweh loves the gates of Zion. Who were the doorkeepers of the temple? The sons of Korah. Um, so we know the hymn, glorious things of thee are spoken, which are words taken from this psalm that have been attached to Haydn's piece, which is the German national anthem, Deutschland über alles. And it fits because this is very much an anthem, almost like a national anthem. And, glorious things of you are spoken, O city of God. And then he says, you can talk about Egypt and Babylon, Philistia, Tyre, and Ethiopia. And people say, well, I was born there. They have their civic pride in the place of their birth. And every one of these places would be a source of pride to whomever was born there. But he says, but being born in Zion, that's better than everything because God establishes Zion and God keeps the registry of people who were born there. And that's why those who sing as well as those who play flutes will say, all my springs are from you. The sources of my joy are in you. So is this just about a place, or is it about God who establishes the place, or is it about any place God establishes, the eternal place that God has established? And I think we know that it's about all of those. But the one who wrote the song, did he know that it was about all of those? I don't know. I can't answer that question. But we know the ultimate source of the psalm is the Holy Spirit himself. He is the one who gave us this psalm. And this psalm is clearly more than about a hill in Palestine. It's about the eternal dwelling of God and God's people and those who are born into God's family and who belong to him. Okay. We're going to look at our next song, which is also a song of the sons of Korah, and that's the next song in the songbook, Psalm 88, which is completely different. If we didn't have anybody attached to it, we'd think it was by Asaph. Anyway, we'll look at that one next time. Thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes with the Word.